Have you ever wondered why a Valkyrie costs 4 elixir, or a bowler costs 5 elixir? You see, the elixir value of cards seems to be a mystery to what they really represent. Does it depend on how much health they have, or how much damage they do, or maybe it's what they can do, or maybe it represents how well they do their job? You see, almost every elixir value has a different type of card. For example, the Valkyrie is a 4 elixir mini-tank, and an Ice Golem is a 2 elixir mini-tank, but they're extremely different from each other, even though they both are mini-tanks. The difference in value you get from a Valkyrie compared to an Ice Golem is extremely vast. The 2 elixir difference of an Ice Golem and Valkyrie is almost night and day. With the Ice Golem, you can kill Swarm, but only when it dies, and it only really goes for buildings or the tower, so it doesn't directly go for other troops. The main upside is that you get tanking for your other troops, but the main idea is to tank so it does a good job. But if we look at the Valkyrie with the exact same expectations, she should have a lot of health and be able to handle Swarm and or other cards for a short amount of time, which she does. But you know, she actually has a lot more health than I expected for just 4 elixir. The Ice Golem at level 11 has 1,315 hit points, and the Valkyrie has 1,907. By the way, all these levels are at level 11. The difference in health between them is almost 600 hit points. So if we take that as the standard difference for health for every 2 elixir difference, we can then standardize the health increase per elixir by dividing by 2 and getting a 300 hit points increase per 1 elixir increase. Now, of course, this is just theory, so then let's test the logic out. And to do that, let's increase the elixir by 1 and find a mini tank that suits the elixir value. And then we will compare its health with the Valkyrie and see if it's 300 different. So our test subject here is the bowler. So the bowler is a mini tank, but there are other mini tanks like the monk and the prince, but we'll stick with the bowler for now. So with the bowler, we can look at his health and it's 2,081 hit points. So if we were to compare it with the Valkyrie, we can see that there isn't a 300 hit point difference, which means that the Valkyrie and Ice Golem comparison is incorrect. So then what if we switch it to the prince or to the monk? Let's see if there's a 300 hit point difference. So the prince has 1,920 hit points, which again isn't really that helpful because the 1 elixir increase doesn't actually help with the health, but it does increase his damage. He does a lot more damage than the Valkyrie, so I guess that is compensated for. Now the 1 5 elixir troop that is a mini tank that we can then compare with the Valkyrie is the monk, and the monk has 2,214 hit points, which is approximately 300. So it actually does fit into this 1 elixir increase. But then the real question appears: why is there a disparity between these 5 elixir cards? Is it because they do different things? Because we can argue that the monk can do just as many things as the prince and the bowler combined. The monk can reflect things, push stuff back, and absorb a lot of damage. So 3 distinct things. So the prince can charge and he can jump, and the bowler can only push stuff back. So 3 distinct things shared between the 2, just as many as the monk. And yet again, the monk is worth 5 elixir, and so are they. Even though the monk is marginally better than the other 2 in a wider variety of scenarios, he still costs 5 elixir. Now, of course, the prince would be better in certain scenarios, but if you look at the vast majority of situations, the monk would do better in most of them. Same goes for the bowler. The bowler is good, but not in most scenarios. So this isn't comparing apples and oranges, we're comparing oranges and oranges here, because they both are mini tanks, but yet one is marginally better than the rest and the other 2 are good in their own ways. But yet the monk can do some of the things that the bowler can do, and he can also do extra things and do a lot of damage at the same time. So why shouldn't he cost more, or why shouldn't they cost less? I don't really know, and I don't think I should decide if they cost more or less. All I'm really going to point out is that there is a weird disparity between the elixir values, and this isn't the only occasion.